What's up, legends? It's your boy Scion. We are back, and we're taking a look at a game called Epic Fantasy. Now, I've actually been playing this for an hour, even though I'm only level 6 right now, according to that. This game has a little bit of potential to it. It's still an idle game, all right? I mean, I want to make that clear. It's still an idle game. It still has the same type of idle tropes as other games, but if you look around, this game has a lot of stuff in it. For one thing, at the top right, or top left, rather, I'm sorry, you have the Hell Dungeon, Tower of Hell Raid, and World Boss up there. If you look at events, I can tell you that this game gives you a lot of currency over the course of time. And a free SSR summon where you can pick any of the SSRs in the game that you want. I went ahead and picked the dark skinned waifu just because. And you see right here what you get. They give you a lot. They give you a whole hell of a lot. It does have aspects of it that you're going to be like, well, why do you got this for pay and you have this over here? But there's other areas where it's a little bit pay to win as well, where they just kind of like throw it in your face. So we got to be honest about that too. They do have your idle component, but the cool thing about the idle component is that you get idle in every world that you've been in. So you have your idle over there for your current, then you have your previous idle over here, which gives you more currency. So just keep that in mind. The more that you complete, the more places you're going to have the idle. So this kind of snowball effect. All right, so you can quick hunt, and then you have training camp right here, which I went ahead and looked that up. Training camp basically allows you to put characters in different spots. Now, the interesting thing is you have two different squads. You have your squad 1 and your squad 2. Well, squad 1 right here and squad 2. They both fight, and they both idle separately. On top of that, on top of you having a different world idle as well. So it's like it gives you multiple things to kind of like idle, and I see that you actually going to end up having a third team, which makes this a little different when it comes to the idle game, because I don't think I've ever played the idle game where I had two different teams that idle and that they had to fight all at the same time. So here's the heroes, and like I said, here's the dark skinned waifu that I went ahead and got. All right, this is a little cute furry chick. She's I guess she's supposed to be Egyptian, but still cute. All right, here's my other characters. This is squad 2, and this is like, you know, like the jobbers, like for squad 1. They're not that much weaker than squad 2 because they really don't have any gear. I don't have any gear to give them. So let's go in here. The music in this game is not bad. This music is kind of lit. I'm gonna notice that they beat up their sides. Now it's side 2. Letting them just rock through and do what they got to do. Hype and done. And you push ahead. I don't understand why it has the air sound. That like this, that air sound is unnecessary. But they do have a little bit of sound editing, so you guys know that I appreciate that. And the fact that this game runs completely 60 FPS, no down. No down. Like, it just runs 60 FPS all the time. And I always appreciate that too, because that means that somebody optimized is gonna run like that on phones unless the phone is just kind of bad. So if you got good hardware, cell phones made from the last 2 years run stuff at 60, hands down. There's just no question in that. If you're like before that time, cell phones aren't optimized. I'm just being honest with you. The processors in the cell phones aren't made for the newer types of games, including the processor and the OS for cell phones were not, until the last 2 years, were not made for gaming. They always say, hey, play better games and stuff like that, but they mean like Bejeweled. They don't mean the stuff that's been coming out like the past 5 years. Phones now are admittingly made for gaming now. They immediately, and they in the specs it literally says, hey, this is what it does and stuff like that. So just keep that in mind. If you have a phone that's older than 2 years, it's not made for gaming. They straight lied. And that's kind of like industry known right now. If you honestly look it up and look at the way that cell phones have been made recently, and they kind of like caught on. People, there's a lot of money the gacha market is a $1 trillion market now. It wasn't like that 2 or 3 years ago, but it is now. It's a $1 trillion market. So companies said, hey, we got to start making stuff to take advantage of this money. We got to get this money. And the leaders of the new school for that is games like Genshin, games like Epic 7. Like, you know, that's leaders of the new school who are, we kind of hate on Epic 7, but Epic 7's still making money. Like, we can hate and everybody can say it's not #1 and stuff like that, but if you look at grossing, Epic 7 is still up there, still making money. Dokkan making money, FGO making money, Call of Duty making money. Like, I can go down the list. PUBG making money. I don't know how PUBG's still making money in the mobile world, but making money. So, and speaking of that, while we're just letting this go a little bit, mobile shooters historically across the board make more than literally all of the games that I like cover combined. Like, mobile shooters are caking. They are doing their thing. It's not really talked about because most of the really good people who cover mobile shooters aren't really English speaking YouTubers or English speaking people in general. Is typically Latin America and some Asian gamers. And if you look at those YouTube channels who cover it, they're like million subscribers and they making bank. Like, I wish honestly that I was into it, then I would be making bank like that too, but I'm just not into mobile shooters. I prefer PC shooters. Nothing against anybody who plays shooters on mobile, because I think it's cool. I think it's cool that they're making that much money, so I have no hate on that. I know a lot of people, when you say that, they're like, man, I ain't playing no mobile shooter, that's trash. Like, that's not real gamers. Like, you can't tell somebody what's a real game. There's no such thing as not real gamers. The only time that there's a such thing as a gamer not being a real gamer is the hype YouTubers who don't actually play the game. Who just come in and like, look at my meta list and look at me play the game, and they still level 20 while the rest of the community like level 80. That's fake gamers. We don't talk about that a lot because people like the YouTubers, so they just let them get away with it. But there's a lot of YouTubers who are like that, where you just looking at them like, oh, how you got like a meta list and your ass only played the game like 10 hours? Like, what's happening? But they get away with it. That's fake gamers. That's the difference. Like, people who are just naturally playing a game that they love is not a fake gamer. That's not fair. Like, let people play stuff that they love. That's the difference. Alright, so I wanted to see if I can get to a boss, which is why we started a little bit of story time. I really detest when people make meta lists and they ain't played the game. Like, that's stupid. Like, don't read a wiki and be like, look at my meta list the first week of the game. That's an absolute bullshit, and I hate it. Because it's always wrong. It's literally always wrong. Every single time. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get to there. But do a quick look overall. Let's head to the shop. I think I can summon too. Here we have the highly recommended. What they have, you know, they're gonna have a $100 pack. I've seen it before. Yeah, it's right there. The keys is for raid and dungeons and stuff like that. You have your guild shop and everything. Alright, and summons, here's your summons right here. Now, here's the banner right here. Now, like I said, I got a free SSR ticket right there. You see, first 10 summon, you get that ticket. So I just went ahead and picked her. Like, you literally can just pick the first, intro banner. So I just went ahead and did that. Can't do this to 1725, which is pretty far away. So we're just gonna do this one, and so I can show you what the summons look like. We got a dupe of her. I was hoping for people for some different SRs so I can put them on team 2. I don't think I have Gallard yet. And he's a healer too, that's good for that team. Do I have a Gallard yet? I don't. So he can go to team 2. Deploy squad. 2 water units. I'm gonna keep the bear. The bear is actually good, but this dude not so much. So let's put Gallard in. Hit that confirm, and he could chill. Let's give him some levels. Use the healer too. Hit him with that upgrade real quick. Auto mount. Level 40. So team 2 now is actually, no, I keep saying team 2. Team 1, that's not the original team. Team 2 is actually originally team 1, but they just made them team 2 when they added the extra character. But now Gallard is in there, so we'll wrap this now. See what he does. Is he healing when he attacks? Oh, he puts out a buff when he attacks, and it gives heal over time. Okay, I saw it. Alright, so this is Epic Fantasy. Very simple game, but it does have a little bit of depth in it because you actually get to manage 2 different teams, which I find interesting. So try it out. It is up on, I believe, TapTap. You don't have to do anything special. Use your Google Play account. Everything is in English, so have at it, and I will see you guys next video.